Damn, I haven't ever heard of this game, but whew, does it need more recognition? You see, I found this gem browsing Twitter, which is quite the contradictory sentence to say the least, and from the trailer, saw that this game on Garde had a free demo to play, and based off the footage, I just knew I had to boot up the game and give it a try for myself. You see, the gameplay kinda reminded me of a PG-rated version of Sekiro. The color palette was warm and inviting, the voice acting was done with a bit of childlike wonder and yet still having a flamboyant flair.
I'm not who you think I am, Volador, but perhaps you have heard of me, for I am El Vigilante, the most daring warrior of justice.
And the gameplay just looked like good, solid fun. And I have to say, after actually playing the demo, damn, I never knew I needed a game like this in my life. Now, the game hasn't actually released yet. Like I said, all we have so far is just a demo, but I figured I needed to hype these guys up before the game's actual release because, hey, from what I've played, it deserves it. You see, I love it when games do things that haven't been done before, and/or take inspiration from certain games' mechanics and implement them into their own game while incorporating new ideas. And I think those two sentences are the best ways to describe On Garde. Funnily enough, I think this game was actually a thing on itch.io before it turned into the demo we can play today, as I found some old footage of Jack PewDiePie, or whatever his name is, playing through it, and there's a lot more similarities between the two than I thought. Obviously, the demo released now is much more refined than the gameplay shown there, as Jack can simply mash the X button without any forethought behind his actions and simply mow down enemies, which is not true for this new release. He even low-key shits on it, and honestly, I don't blame him.
Haha! Ow! Stab him! Stab him dead! I don't even need to do anything. I don't need to have any skill or tact. All I have to do is keep stabbing them.
I guess that's even more reason to commend these developers though, because what they've took from that and done with this modern release of On Garde is incredible. And it took them 4 years to do it, as Jack's date of upload, from what I can only assume was a beta version of the game, was back on July 2nd, 2018. In this new version, you play as a female swashbuckler, and right from the get-go, when I first heard her speak and the dialogue, I knew I was gonna like this game.
If it isn't the city guard, or should I say, the Count Duke's private army of goons.
God, I wish I could talk like that. She's a rebellious little thing and for whatever reason has a problem with the town guard and its duke, hence the need for her swordplay. This is where we first get introduced to the gameplay. The gameplay consists of 2 parts, dueling and platforming, to get to the next couple of dueling sections. And while the platforming is serviceable enough, as you can swing from bar to bar to get to the next section of the level or scramble up the walls, the dueling is where this game shines the most. It's a bit reminiscent of Batman Arkham Asylum, where you attack with the X button and parry with the Y, but also a bit more reminiscent of Sekiro, where the guards have a defensive gauge that goes down as you attack. And only once you've broken their gauge can you actually damage their health. Seems simple enough, right? But I really started to enjoy this game when I realized how many options there were to take down the guards outside of just attacking them, and how interactable the environment really is during combat. And as the game begins to throw more and more guards at you that take multiple guard breaks to kill, the more you need to utilize the environment to help you win fights. For example, you can grab pretty much any object lying around and throw it at a guard to stun them before going in for the attack. Or you can utilize kicks in between your parries if you're close to a wall to slam them against it to have them incapacitated for a bit so you can take on the other guard attacking you. Or you can kick them down some stairs, or you can kick them into the water. And not only can you kick guards around, you can kick pretty much any object in the environment at the guards for a similar effect. Barrels, crates, tables, you name it, you can kick it. I love this variety in the combat because honestly, during the gameplay, it makes me feel like frickin' Antonio Banderas in that Z for Zorro movie as I kick a barrel in a guard's face as I taunt them with my cocky accent.
Did you miss me?
And by the way, don't mistake this game's silly-looking graphics for an easy time. I played on the game's hard difficulty, and there were a few instances where those guards just got the better of me and swarmed me and had me down within seconds. But as you get more familiar with effectively using the environment to your advantage and incapacitating guards for a period of time so you don't get overwhelmed, that's when you can really start to feel this game click. My one complaint though is that sometimes the guards can get you in a corner and the camera doesn't do the best job of letting you know what's going on when that happens, so you just get slashed to death without even seeing it happen. Other than that though, On Guard was a really enjoyable experience and I can't wait for the game to release this coming August. And yes, you should be too. In my opinion, this game is a good example of why indie games are so special. Most games these days aren't nearly as creative as this one, so when I'm able to play a demo to completion and be engaged throughout, I know I'm interested in the full experience, and for you boy, that doesn't happen very often nowadays. If you're a fan of Sekiro and looking for a similar but more lighthearted experience with combat that's more in-depth than it seems on the surface, then definitely give this game a try. And as of now, I don't think the game has much recognition in the space right now, so I'm hoping this video can help with that. If you'd like to try out the demo for yourself, head on over to Steam and search for On Guard, and you'll be able to try it out. Definitely wishlist the game if you're interested, because I know I did. By the way, if you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, because there are actually a few more indie gems in my backlog that I don't think are as well known as they should be, and I'd love to share them with you all as well. So if you'd like to encourage me to do that, liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video is the best way to do so. And if you're feeling extra generous, please consider subscribing to my Patreon so I can make more videos like this in the future. With that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adalia, tell them what's up.
I'll be back!